Hello, my friends. Welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, April 9th, 2024. This is Jennifer. A few weeks ago, my eldest kiddo was telling me that they were going to a concert and a couple other events that require a clear bag for, security reasons. And most of the stuff that they were finding didn't really look like them. They weren't really happy with it. So I volunteered to make something custom. I haven't made anything for them in a while, so I was really excited to get to do that. And I had previously purchased this amazing axolotl fabric, which I'm pretty sure I showed you guys. I got this from Missouri Star. It's at Timeless Treasures. It's absolutely gorgeous. The colors are so good. It looks really good with my my Pegasus quilt. And I was talking to them about it, and I said, what do you want your strap to look like? They were like, axolotls? So that's what I ended up doing. So I originally planned to repurpose some vinyl that I had picked up at Austin Creative Reuse. But once I started sketching and figuring out what they really wanted, I realized I didn't have enough. So I bought some new vinyl from Joann's, and I went ahead and got the heaviest gauge they had because I figure if I'm gonna put time into this, I really want it to last. I also made some bias tape from one of the fabrics that I got from Savers. And this, in the end, is what I came up with. So this is their clear vinyl bag with axolotl strap. I made it a little wider so you could actually see the axolotls, but I also think it'll help just be more comfy as a crossbody bag. It is an adjustable strap, so it can adjust however they need it to adjust. It has a zipper pocket. The vinyl and the hardware were the only things I bought special for this project. I already had the strap fabric. I used scrap batting inside for that. And then you can see the bias tape that I put on the inside. That's on top of the seams just to give them more strength. That way the fabric is sewn to itself and then the vinyl is sandwiched inside. So yeah, that bias tape, that's one of the fat quarters I got from Savers that I showed you guys last week. And so anyway, I'm very, very happy with this. I think they will be too. They've already told me that they absolutely love it. And because I'm a good mom and they wanted a little pouch to go inside, I also made this. Honestly, this took like 5 minutes. So just a little matching pouch, and it has a different fabric inside so you can kind of see what's in it. Right here, you can see where I hand sewed over that zipper end. When I was making this, the little silver doodad right there, that guy, after I'd already pieced this, it broke off. So I'd already made the bag, and I didn't want to do it again. So I just stitched over the stopper with some thread. Little zipper bag that goes inside the bigger clear bag, and they're ready for their concert. I will be handing this off this weekend. Oh, I almost forgot the zipper pulls. So I did add little zipper pulls because these are just standard zippers. So the pulls are kind of small. So these I made, there we go. These I just made from some charms I already had in my jewelry stuff. Hi guys, it's me from a totally different day interjecting here because I wanted to share some goodies I got from the local antique mall. The antique mall here in Austin that we have been going to for pretty much the entire time we've lived here, which is 25 plus years at this point, is going out of business. They are losing their lease and we are pretty much devastated. It's been mine and my husband's like date place for years. Like we would go out to eat at a local restaurant and then we'd go antiquing. We've taken our kids there. Our kids go there without us. It's just an amazing place. I took Jules there when she was here on one of her visits, and it has been one of my favorite places for years. So anyway, they are going to be closing in May, and so I went with my eldest kiddo and I found some treasures I wanted to share with you guys. The first thing I found was this little Raggedy Ann and Andy book. And now I have one book that's one of the originals, but I don't really collect these. The reason I got this, it was in one of my favorite booths, and this book was published the year of my birthday. So this is an almost 51-year-old book. So I went ahead and got this just as a sort of a memento of that time. And because, this is a thing that I'm into. So I'm going to put this aside with my other Raggedy Ann and Andy book. Next, I found this awesome, gorgeous cobalt blue jar This is actually this is a new gasket that I put in it. The one that was in there before was solid as a rock and started to break into pieces in my hands when I took it off. And just in case you wonder what I'm going to use it for, it's going to be on my desk, and it's full of M&Ms. The final thing I found was in another one of my all-time favorite booths. This one was always full of vintage kitchen gear and hand embroidery and just all kinds of super cool stuff. A lot of it reminded me of my grandmother's, which was one of the reasons I loved being in there. One of my grandmothers did hand embroidery, and she always wore a little apron and, you know, hung her clothes out on the line. And this one specifically reminded me of her. I'm gonna put a little before picture here because this was like massively dirty. It was very, very dirty, like Raggedy Andy dirty. He's over there. No, I'm pointing over there. Anyway, I did the same thing with this that I would do with one of my Raggedy Anns or Andys. I soaked it in OxyClean overnight and then I hand washed it. I just did it in a bucket because this has already got, let's see if you can see it. It's already got a little tear here and it's got a couple little holes. And I don't really want to test to see if this is going to fall apart if I do a stress test on it, because I'm going to display this. So anyway, I love it. It's just absolutely precious. And that clothespin right there makes me very happy. Also, my grandmother's, who did the hand embroidery, her favorite color was red. So like this just really genuinely reminds me of her, even though it's not exactly a thing that she had. So hopefully we'll be able to get over there at least one more time before they close in May, because I'm heartbroken that they are having to go out of business. This will probably be the last week for a while that you'll see my Pegasus on the wall. I do plan to go back to my Star Trek quilt next week. I have a plan for the row that I haven't made yet, and I'm actually changing the design just a little bit, so I'm excited about that, and I'll tell you guys more about that when I get to working on that. I have finally recovered most of my symptoms from my massive flare-up after I quilted. I have carpal tunnel, and the repetitive stress really aggravates it. So when I quilted and bound all those quilts for charity last month, I had a little bit of a flare-up. I've been wearing a wrist brace at night, and most of the day you probably saw me at least one video where I forgot to take it off. And so anyway, that's getting better. So I'm going to go back to a little bit of paper piecing. And so Star Trek is on the agenda again. So I'll be putting that back up soon. And if things go as planned, I should have the last Raggedy Rescue from the current series up on Friday. That's clothes for Andy so that he can match his sister. And then I have plans for them that I'll share with you guys later. If you're a Talk to Me Tuesdayer and you're watching this, don't forget that I need your links for our block of the month that we're going to be doing. It's just an internet sampler. Everything's free. This is not a paid, we won't make anything. We don't, Talk to Me Tuesday, we don't make anything. I mean, just zero. So yeah, so I will be sharing that on our WordPress blog, talktometuesday.wordpress.com. The link is always in the description, and if you're not on the website, it's really easy to get to. So we'll be sharing that starting May 1st. I'm really excited about that. I've already made my sample blocks for the ones that I am doing, and I think it's going to be really fun. I feel like that's plenty for today. You guys have a wonderful week. Have a crafty week. Massive thanks to my coffee supporters. You guys are amazing, which is a huge help and helps me continue to create free content. That's one of the reasons I've upped the amount of stuff that I'm doing, is because you guys have just made it possible. So anyway, thank you. You guys have a great week. Have a crafty week. Don't forget to stay for the cat cameo, and I'll see you next week. Bye.